Buy this shit. There's a lot to talk about in this video. This is a quick update video that I'm making. I don't usually do these, but what we're seeing today in the charts and what we're seeing today in the mass sells and panic is unprecedented. This is the worst thing since the FTX crash. So I need to talk about it real quick. But if we had to sum up this video at all, it's buy this shit. I've made some of the largest buys this morning since November 2023. Which were my biggest altcoin buys ever. And I'm still holding all the coins that were in our portfolio that we've talked about in this channel. I think this is absolutely ridiculous amounts of overselling. The panic that we're seeing is stupid. We haven't seen anything like this since COVID, and COVID was a lot darker time period than this. And so what I want to talk about is just what we're seeing in the markets real quick, because we got to talk about it now before everybody comes to their senses. So look, you're probably looking at your portfolio right now and freaking out and thinking the best place for you to come is the guy that shows a six-pack and screams cuckold jokes and talks about dicks every 15 minutes on the internet. That's logical. Don't worry about it. This is a completely logical conclusion of where you should be to get your information right now. Don't change a thing. But you're probably looking at your portfolio, and if you're in anything except Bitcoin right now, you're down at least half from where the bad points we were already just at. And you're probably thinking, when does this end? And is there any hope to crypto whatsoever? And as I make this video right here, look, I'm not promising anything from these points. Read the financial disclaimer. But I'm buying a lot here because this is fucking stupid. This is retarded. There's no reason for altcoins to be selling off like this. And I think what we just saw, or what we're seeing right now, is a good cleaning of all the meme coin stuff that we saw earlier or later last year, which is really bullish for us because on this channel, we essentially trade utility altcoins. We don't really touch meme coins too much. And anytime I've gone into meme coins, I've gotten my ass handed to me. We are seeing a massive, super duper massive wipe and that type of liquidity right there that's also spilling over in the altcoins. And this massive impatience we're seeing right now is also spilling over in the ETH. But let's look at what we're actually seeing. Okay, so if we pop over right now, the market is just bright, flaming herpes red. And Bitcoin is actually still doing pretty good, but I don't really consider Bitcoin part of almost the market anymore. It's in almost a different type of category in all of crypto. But Bitcoin is still doing really good, which is actually great because it works as a foundation for the rest of the market. But Ethereum has just taken the seppuku route right here, and I think actually done one of its last capitulations right here. You can see that we've seen the thing just grinding, and then we just saw this nuclear down right here. And then when it comes to altcoins, especially smaller ones, they just, like, for example, let's go look at Tau. Again, just taking head and shoulders nukes right here. And then even the smaller coins, mid caps and whatever, AI coins, not doing well at all right now. And so I think the reason why you're here is you're very well aware of that. That's probably why you're watching crypto YouTube right now. The only thing I have to say about any of this is that this just seems ridiculous to me. I don't have any deep analysis for you. I don't have some big star reading or some crazy TA so just show and prove to you this is certainly the safest time for you to buy. I'm just looking at this and I'm getting the same exact vibes I got from the COVID dip. And this crash right here is worse than the FTX dip. But when the FTX crash happened, if you were not here, things looked way darker and were way darker at that time. All right, the markets and all markets were crashing and everybody's money and all of crypto got locked up and sent into the void. Right now, we're just seeing people take their money out. It's not like this money is going to leave the market permanently. FTX crash, everything looked like it was going to zero during that. And so it was much scarier to buy that crash. And if we're looking at the market right now and how big money is moving, it doesn't look like big money thinks this is the end. It doesn't look like big money thinks we're going much lower. If you look at what institutions like BlackRock is doing, the president is doing, all the states in the United States, countries around the world, everyone is buying Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. Specifically, if you look at institutions, they're doing the same exact shit they did all last year with Bitcoin. And if you're not familiar with that, which you should be, you shouldn't be that new. The entire last year, they smothered the price after the ETF happened. And everybody just considered Bitcoin and the ETF to be a failure. And you can see the amount of dives it took right here. Went 68 to 50,000 right here. We saw all these dives during this time period right here. And we also saw during last year, I don't know if your memory is this short, we saw all of our altcoins and AI coins, we saw them take 75% dives. So very similar to what we saw all last year. And we're seeing the same exact playbook with ETH right now. Institutions have been stacking Ethereum like crazy recently. The president, everybody's been stacking Ethereum recently. While everyone's thinking, oh, it's a failure. The ETF is a failure. No one's buying ETH anymore. I think we're about to see the same exact thing we saw in Bitcoin. And the thing that is extremely bullish for us, and I'll talk about the coins I'm buying here in a second, and I'm not going to talk about too many small cap or mid cap coins because we have plenty of those. I'm talking about big, chunky coins that have a lot of liquidity that we can just squeeze into because you don't always get good buy points on those. And I'll talk about that here in a second. That said, if you go and look at the coins that we trade in, which are the smaller mid-cap coins and RWA, gaming, AI coins, yeah, it looks all terrible right now. But it doesn't look as terrible as these charts. If we go look at, for example, meme coins, where so much liquidity had poured into, for example, I think Chill Guy got up to a $600 million market cap. We can go look at like PopCat or something like that. Let's look at the market cap total of this one. Got up to a $1.8 billion market cap. What we're seeing right now is so much fucking liquidity leaving meme coins. Everybody the past month has just gone nothing but burnt on meme coins. If you get into a new coin, you get rugged. If you get into an older coin, you lose 50% of your portfolio. People are fucking sick and done with meme coins. Probably what this means is it's probably time to buy meme coins. I cannot see sentiment on these things getting any lower. That said, I'm not personally buying meme coins right now. I don't like to trade in meme coins. They're not I don't understand and get the vibes of meme coins like I do other utility coins and alts. So I kind of avoid those. Now, as utility alt traders right now, this is super bullish for us right now because I don't think we're going to see the meme recovery all at once. I do think we're going to see it, and I think good memes are going to do stupid well from these levels that we're at right now, but not right now. What we're going to see is we're going to see all this liquidity that's been going in the memes, all the liquidity that went in Trump, all the liquidity that went in Melania that's leaving the market right now. It's not just going to exit and go and invest in the S&P 500. This is the most irresponsible, crazy big money you've ever seen. You really think they're going to go and start buying Berkshire Hathaway stocks? You think that's what they're going to go do? No, they're probably all about to buy back in right now. And where they're going to be going is because people still want to gamble. If you look at the overall climate of the world right now, it is more pro-bullish crypto than it's ever been in history. And we're going to keep seeing buying pressure on Bitcoin and Ethereum from countries, governments, institutions, huge corporations, which is going to cement the market and kind of give it a foothold to keep going up from here. Thus, we are going to see all this big meme coin money come back in the market, but it's not going to go back in the meme coins. I think everybody's just too burned on those right now. I don't think they're coming back in the next couple months. I think they are coming back. And they very well much could come rocketing back. I cannot predict meme coins. I'm not good at it. What I think is going to happen is all this money is going to go into utility alts, and we're going to get a much more traditional alt season similar to last markets. One thing I want to show you on the BNB chart right here for everybody that's getting super duper pissy is on the way to BNB doing its huge altcoin run and in the way to the huge altcoin run we saw last season. BNB took multiple, on the way from here to here, there was multiple 50 to 80% dives that it took. What we're seeing in utility altcoins is not that unusual. We even saw similar dives on Ethereum on the way to these huge gains right here that we saw in last season's alt season. And so in short, what's going on is, again, the climate for crypto is still awesome. I don't think we're going to see some big, huge reversal in the overall climate of crypto. And we're finally seeing all the liquidity we need for utility style alt season like we saw last bull run to finally happen. Now the money I think is going to be a little bit more resistant to ape wildly into altcoins. Everybody's really beat up and damaged right now. They're not going to be throwing money left and right at just crazy risky things. They're looking for coins that have safer narratives. Now, as you know on this channel, I think every coin in the market is a meme coin. I don't think there's such things as good tech in the market outside maybe the top 10 cryptos. None of the coins do something, but people are going to start looking for more traditional investing narratives in crypto, I think, and that's going to be in utility altcoins. I think it's going to be AI, I think it's going to be RWA, and I think later this year we're still going to get that gaming crypto run, and I think it's all spurred from these lows and this crash that we're seeing right now. So this morning I just made a bunch of huge giant buys, and I'm not going into like the deep mid cap, lower cap coins. Those are just the coins we've held last year and we're still holding right now. They're way down right now, but again, if we have to go look at like Destra, for example, which is way probably down right now, actually 20 cents is great still for where it's at. Earlier this year, we saw Destra go from 40 cents all the way to like 10 cents. We've held through much worse than this. And if these are the foundations, this is the reset point for these coins, this is the capitulation lows, this is going to get fucking disgusting here pretty soon. So I would be looking at Destro right now, but I already have tons of these type of coins. I don't need bigger exposure on these coins. Where I'm getting exposure at right now is the coins that are usually hard to get exposure on because they're way up and they're way known about. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at Chainlink. I'm going to punch myself in the dick, but I'm looking at Cardano. I think Cardano is probably going to be going up to $4 or $5 this run easily. So this is just an easy ass buy in Cardano. I think Sui is going to do really well. I think Hyperliquid is going to do really well. And where it's at right now is I got a little bit of exposure to the hype. This isn't the level of crash I wanted to see or expected on hype. So I think hype is going to do very well. That's not the biggest bag I grabbed this morning. And then what I grabbed big bag wise is a lot of Tau, because this is going to be probably the biggest hyped up chain when it comes to AI. And you can see just the massive dive it's taken right here. I'm $714 to $300. Fantastic. And then I think one of the biggest big coins in terms of RWA is going to be Ondo. And so I grabbed a lot of this right here. Okay, so those are just some big giant bags of big chunky coins I grabbed. And I'm not looking to do 20Xs on those. I'm looking to do 3, 4, 5, maybe 7Xs on some of them when it comes down to like Tau or Ondo. So that's just what I'm thinking right now. That's my knee-jerk reaction to what I'm seeing. I don't think this sell-off right here is reasonable at all. I think it's fucking stupid. And if we're comparing this, I've only seen 2 crashes like this in altcoins, and that was COVID, which was stupid. No one should have been selling that much right then. There was no reason to be selling. But if you look back in that time period, it's a much darker time period. We had COVID launching, people going into lockdown, and the economy overall wasn't good. And Biden was just taken the presidency. So everything looked like hell. During the FTX crash, which was similar to this, that was by far the scariest time to buy ever. And probably some of the best buy points ever. But during the FTX crash, I mean, Solana looked like it was going to zero. Every coin looked like it was going to zero. Luna and FTX combined with all the other places where people were storing their money, all the money didn't just like leave the market. It got taken into the void where it couldn't come back in the market. We had everybody with all their portfolios on FTX and Luna completely taken from them. So they couldn't go and reinvest the money. So this money was taken out of the market. Way darker time period and way harder time to buy. This right here, we have the most bullish climate for crypto ever. We have a president that's willing to do all sorts of weird shit to pump crypto and pump the markets. And his ego's deeply attached to markets. American power and confidence coming back. I just don't take this dump or this crash very seriously. So I'm buying. What do I think the odds are that we turn to a turbo bull after this? I would say 65%. It's kind of close to a coin flip right here. But like I said on Twitter the other day, I'm not predicting this or like saying, oh, we're 100% going to bull from here. I would say almost borderline unsure if we're going to bull. What I do see right now is this is like a roulette table in Vegas. All right, you go to a roulette table in Vegas, and if you put $100 on and you win on red, you get $100 back. All right, so you double your money. Duh. What I'm seeing is right now is that same type of situation, but if you put $100 on red, you can get $500 back, $1,000 back. And so that's a very lopsided bet. The risk to reward is completely out of skew. So I think if we hit red right here, what's going to happen is we're going to see those 5, 10, and even 15, 20Xs in smaller altcoins. We're going to see very lopsided returns for the risk that we're taking right here. So please, as I watch this video, one, I don't think you should be investing in crypto at all because it's gambling. And like I say every video, you're going to lose all your damn money. Hi, that's why I said it the past year. Every single motherfucker last year was hitting me up with all their gains and all their explosive meme coin bags and giving me advice on meme coins to buy. And I tell you, enjoy it while you're up. You're probably going to go back into the red like everybody else does. Now they're all back into the red. I don't tell everybody every video that you're going to lose all your money in crypto for jokes and everything. Like everybody always loses all their money, just like they're doing right now. All the people you saw get in the meme coins last year and get all cocky and super bullish. And a lot of people that got into smaller cap altcoins, they're all in the red right now. Like it always happens. And the way you make money here is in points like this. You make money in these points where everybody's in the red, bloodied up, and just pissing themselves and angry. But like I've always said, I don't suggest you get into crypto at all because this shit happens. This is how crypto moves. Again, I'm not sitting here certain we're going to bull. Maybe this is just the beginning of the bear market. Maybe we're getting a bear market first month into the Donald Trump president is going to be bears after this. I don't think that's going to happen. At least I think there's a good 65, 70% chance it doesn't. And so I'm willing to take this bet right here, which is a gamble, a bet. It isn't me reading some deep TA and having certainty that the market's going to bull. It's me saying, hey, this bet is lopsided. I'm going to take this lopsided bet. Cross my fingers it helps out. So I'm not suggesting you buy here. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. This is extremely high risk. And that's it. If you want to see my thoughts on the market sooner than later, quicker, follow me on Twitter at ZSSBecker, and I don't have anything else to say.